Right, if you want to tweet out the stream link that I Facebook messaged you,
Tweet it.
I'll post it on Facebook.
Have you posted on Facebook?
I haven't, but if you want to.
I think we're good from our end.
Yeah. If you want one. Good stuff. Welcome back to the next dose of #democracy. Let's begin the meeting with approval of minutes on general eyes. Can I hear an aye? Excellent. Right, so if I go to start with, a fresher is having his debut. Is James Butler over there on the new Butler mentor. Looking very, very seated. But, you know, well done. So this is World Week after all. Speaking of World Week, who wants to talk about? There's more to come. We've got Ollie White as well, enjoying himself with some fetching glasses. And Will Martin's looking absolutely glamorous. Look at that eyeshadow. Right, on to officer reports. Go guys. Genuinely, someone please take these condoms. So,
Yes, sir.
again.
Hello. Hey guys. Ed and I went to a festival along with my team Siri. We won the festival. We introduced a range of gluten-free products to the Hotspot menu. So we've got new cakes, we've got gluten-free bread and last one. There's also been a new law requirement in, so you've got to provide algae information. So if anyone needs to know anything about particular algae, we have got the information about everything that we sell, so you can find out if it's got nuts or gluten or whatever. We're changing the mental night slightly, so the kitchen opens after the mental night, and that is usually at half 7. However, we noticed that we need slightly more tonight to clear away the mental night things. So officially, the kitchen will open at 7:45 now. However, if we have cleared away the mental night in enough time, we'll open it again. Unfortunately, we had a really good staff meeting today with Mandy and all the people working in the kitchen and coffee shop. But because cheese is a pricey food, Mandy has asked that we now charge if people want cheese on the nachos with the meals, which would be an extra, and it's 25p, I'm afraid. But salsa is still free. We're relatively short staffed at the moment, so we've got to hire staff. Applications are still open for the kitchen and coffee shop admin. We close next month then. But we've been working hard to maintain the kitchen and coffee shop open and make sure they function as close to normal as possible, but we are short staffed. If anyone's interested in getting a job, as Ben said, the deadline is a week tomorrow. Just ask us if you've got any questions or you're interested in watching everything. Thanks. Hi guys, this week's been my very welfare week. We had information mental night, so I hope you can get something and anything out. We also had the welfare party on Wednesday, which had a really good turnout. Thank you to everyone who attended. Thank you to the hosts that gave the house as well. And we had team toast last night, and we had a list of facts about welfare on the JCR question pages. And after welfare come yesterday, we decided to continue those, so we'll have a weekly post from welfare to see what they're up to. And hopefully you've seen your proctors and preps or as our reps, so that you know that support is still around in college. We've been giving out personal safety information, and that's going to continue this week. And we've also had some feedback that not all the information that we've provided has gone to lives out and returners, and so look out for return booklet, which should be coming.
Which should be coming out this week.
Our next campaign is Healthy Body, Healthy Mind, which will promote healthy and looking after
On the 19th, 17th of November.
You can tell the microphone already.
I'll try. Hi everyone. Mine is quite brief. Last week I sent out an email about sports and societies and JCR funding. Basically, if you're like a president or whatever, you're from your sports society, always just feel free to ask me how much money you have in your account.
How much money you have in your account, ETs, etc. We'll try again.
Hello, there we go. We just had a finance meeting earlier today, so we ran through winter goal and ticket.
Right,
Just hold down the button if it switches off, and then it should turn on again. And then let go. Right, hold it down for like a second.
I can just project.
Yeah, project.
Okay. So we ran through winter goal, ticket price, and the events that will be there. We ran through music stops, so we're going to give some of them. We're going to give out some music out of public community, for some stands and some sheet music. We discussed hockey and frisbee and pudding as well. We agreed to pay for some gym repairs, so the erg in the gym will be fixed. We're helping out with Ustanov. We agreed to tune the piano in the music room. We're also going to help that cost with Ustanov, so all of that being paid for at JCR Money. There's also chat about money that Siri will get onto that, and I will be presenting the JCR budget very, very soon. I'm sure you'll all really enjoy reading it. Also, this is wrong. There we go.
How's the live stream?
I was talking to them. If it does, just hold it down for a second and it should come up. Right?
Okay, so this week we had the odd basket sign up 60 would be roughly going on, which is a lot harder than last year, so that's good. But yeah, I was pushing that really. Yeah, so if you want to come on that, the sign up from the JCR website, it's over £10 and you know it's you can play a sport, you can society going down, and there's a night out at the end as well. So it's good for the weekend, that's about it. Cool. Do you want it? Give it a go.
Ready? Okay. Firstly, we just say thank you for voting in. We've enjoyed our first couple of weeks last year. We'll try and keep up the good work. Since last meeting, we have hired 3 new supervisors who are going to be trained. And we've got 1 more week of training and they'll be out on their own. So be nice to them.
My name is Butler. Deadline score drops at our place tomorrow at 5 p.m. And the interviews will be held in a couple of weeks' time. So just get those applications in if anyone else is interested.
Thank you.
Tomorrow by 5.
Literally, you just have to turn it back on when it does.
Hi everyone.
Hold it, let go.
We had a really successful return this week, which had a cocktail evening, area, rep social events, allotment social, and the return was formal and a really good sign up for the coaches, which were really well attended. The Monopoly boards that are on the tables, we've got 8 full sets, and we're thinking of charging £10, and there's 8. So if you want any of these Monopoly boards, come up to me at the end and I'll put your name down. It's going to be first come, first serve. Calendars and welfare booklets should be have gone round or will be going round to all your houses that are living out, and if they haven't already, will be in your house by the end of the week. But I know some freshers who haven't even thought about living out, but the living out campaign will start from the 12th of November, or we'll have a talk in college, and there'll be more about that nearer the time. The aim of the campaign, the title is Stop Things Side. Thanks, that's all for me.
Yeah, use that voice.
Right, so this week on Thursday it was Diwali, so we had headed to choose in the bar. Thanks to Chibana and Grace got this student for free. On Friday we had African drummers and singers performing at the bar. They were really good. Butler pitch was supposed to happen yesterday, but due to lack of participation, I postponed it to summer term, so look out for that next year. Just to update you guys on the Fix International Peace campaign run by the DSU. So we got about 2,000 signatures on the petition last term, and we presented that to the uni, who have now set up a committee looking into that. Coming up this Tuesday, it's World Cinema at 7 at the JCR Lounge, so please come along. I'm also going to start doing international drop-ins, the first one on Tuesday from 3 to 4. You don't have to be an international student. If you have any questions about anything, international experiences, anything doing the international office, please come and find me and ask me. Also, I'm starting like a Butler language exchange program this week, so keep an eye out for that on the JCR page.
Yeah. Smash it.
Hi guys, so yeah, basically just to fill you in, I sorted out myself and Anna did the returns formal, 2 weeks ago now. We've got Halloween tomorrow, so if you're coming to that, remember Circus of Horrors theme. You don't have to dress up as clowns, don't worry. It's just fancy dress in general. Also, it's not gowns. Some people have been asking me about that, just fancy dress. Also on Wednesday this week, we have a Halloween Butler stroll. So everyone's free to attend that. It will be setting off from here at 9, so meet about 8:30. Again, that's fancy dress, and we'll probably be ending up in Lloyd's or Lushak, wherever the majority feel they want to go. Yeah, that's about it. There's also green formal sign up on Friday. So it's a rainforest theme this time. If you're up for that, if you want to come along, then yeah, this Friday, 7 p.m.
Hey folks, yeah, similar to that, basically all the past things, mostly for the past few weeks. We've got a few societies going, this would be a bit off, this would be like a live music and everything, so it should be fun. In terms of societies, it's been quite, it's been successful for things the past few weeks. Like Film Shop, their first meeting of the term has gone down really well. It's the same for Book Club and Rock and Roll, so basically every society has it. That was a major increase in last year. Apart from that, this Wednesday, the Dallas room at 7 o'clock is the Craft Society tasting session. And they'll be teaching origami. So if you want to learn how to fold stuff into things, then go on to that. That's pretty much it.
Cool. Yeah. You say? You know how you do it, right? Yeah. Okay.
Hi everyone, hope you have a good few weeks. First I'm going to talk about is finance. Claire and I have been looking at our options with online banking systems because we currently don't have that as a JCR, and it would really make payments easier if we did have that. So we're in discussions with banks and looking at the options available to us. In terms of sponsorship, thank you to the lovely Matt Armitage. We've secured more sponsorship than the JCR ever has, which includes £700 for our sports teams and £1,500 from Universal Student Living to the JCR as a whole. One other thing is the bursaries are available to other students. So the deadline for the bursary application is 21st of November. The reason I'm telling you about this now is because the next JCR meeting is the 23rd of November. There are 3 pots of money available for students or groups of students, which is the arts bursary, the travel bursary, and the project bursary. So if you want to go on a course to learn how to be an aerobics instructor, Butler has pots of money available to you. If you'd like to help fund a duck expedition or a cupcake masterclass, there are funds available for those kinds of things. And lastly, the JCR is looking at purchasing an asset, which would be something like tech equipment or silent disco headsets or anything like that, which we could generate revenue by renting and hiring out to other colleges or other organizations. So if you have any ideas about how the JCR can generate revenue from hiring something out, please let us know. We're looking at something that wouldn't have to be manned, and be quite easy to maintain. You wouldn't have to rent it out and spend the night looking after a photo booth or something. So it'd be quite easy to sustain on its own. So if you have any ideas, please let us know. Thank you.
Right, I hope you heard some of this. There are no questions of officers, but there's a bit of a mystery here about Simon Milden in particular. You can see it in all his glory. That may or may not be the scale, we'll let you find out for yourselves. And there's also, well, there's a question mark about Lexi from 2 nights ago. She went down to Everton, bought a Magnum of Murray. And one of those disaster photos, you see something about to happen. That was about a second before the entire table was soaked. You can see that little bit of water there. Right, matters are arising. There are no matters arising. Nothing but this awful instance that previously does horrible things to people. Yes, that happens. Right, on to the motions. Our first motion is Rupert.
The creation of a market coordinator role or an addition of the market coordinator to the vice president's duties. I believe that's changed in that he just wants to add them to the vice president's duties. So I'll let him present it for now.
Basically, what I'm going to summarise sort of what it says on there. But so currently, many committee societies and people involved around college coordinate with the markets, and Colin, who runs the markets, and having worked quite closely with Colin through Freshers Week this year, one thing he noted was like the lack of maybe a constant face or someone for him to like who he knows to go to kind of to organise things. Is he on do we want to organise things with them? They want to also organise things with us. It's a two-way relationship kind of thing. And so basically the idea is to add a mandate to the vice president's role that encompasses market coordination for events throughout the JCR. So we're looking at things like, so when Freshers Week put on events at the market, things like that, we go through the, we'll have the vice president involved in those conversations, but also when, like last year, Stab put on their play in the markets, things like that. There's a lot of opportunities to do things like that, and I think if we had a person that oversaw that kind of thing, we would get a lot more out of the relationship and so in the market. And one of our things as a college is being a local college, so I think the stronger we can make the link, better it will be. But basically, so far, like the things were through the fact that both Paul Kendall, Siri's predecessor, and Siri herself, both being head press, vice president, and president. And in the vice president role, you spend a lot of time doing committees, and a lot of them have a lot of overlap with what we can do in the market in terms of charity and greed and stuff. So basically, the idea was to formalise the role so it doesn't get lost and we don't lose the link that we've already built up.
So yeah, Rupert's motion is to add the following items to the Vice President's mandate in the standing orders. So that will be to act as the coordinator for any clubs or societies wishing to interact with Durham markets. And secondly, to aid the head Freshers rep in coordinating Durham markets related events during Freshers Week. Has anyone got any questions about this? Any points they want to make? So do you want to shout?
Yeah, sure. One issue that potentially arise is that a lot of the negotiation with the markets happens about Freshers Week happens over the summer, during which time the vice president generally tends not to be in Durham. Would it be appropriate to keep it during term time?
I would adjust that, so maybe not part of the
Not quite yet.
that's all. Yeah. I don't know. I think like that tends to be the first bit, maybe when the vice president is coming in, we start to get to know the markets. It might be a lot. Like, I know obviously they will be coming up, but it would be maybe good to keep them abreast with it, since they're going to be running it throughout the rest of the year. But maybe the idea is obviously they perhaps would organise it all, but like the vice president can take a much more active role in that respect, maybe.
Any other questions? I'll try and get the mics working if you are at the back. No? All right, in that case, does anyone want to alter the motion at all? Yeah? Oh yeah, the top bit is wrong. Okay. Using it as a proper noun, but that's fine. Yeah, so we'll edit it like that.
Is it like English or something?
Banter. So let's put this to the vote then. All those in favour of passing this motion, so basically adding those two bits on to the end of the Vice President's roles. All those in favour, hands up, please. All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right, it's passed. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got the addition of students on industrial placement to the year abroad reps duties. So if Alex, Nugent, and George would like to come up and present that. Here we go. Yeah,
Hey guys, I'm the JCR Year Abroad rep. George, who's the MCR Year 4 representative, who over the course of this year I hope to be working a lot with as our law centre. So George, with the origination of this motion, so I'll let you do the speaking for this.
So yeah, so the motivation for this motion really comes from the fact that I was an industrial placement student last year, and I felt I really had a link to the college too. There was a bit of communication with me, and also it's kind of part of my mandate being elected to be the fourth year rep on the MCR, so I'm the motion, it's essentially just going to expand the portfolio of the year abroad rep quite a small motion, because there aren't many of us, but it's quite significant because everyone is represented in the JCR. The one thing which we might, we want to bounce you is the name of the new role. We want to update the name to reflect the fact that we're covering not just year abroad people. Our suggestion is year out representative, but really, if anyone has any suggestions, we can stay with the board.
Yeah, so I mean, we can either, what we can do maybe suggest that as a temporary name, and if anyone has any better suggestions, either now or over the course of the next week or so, they can put it to us, but otherwise I'm probably going to stick with that. So my title will now will be years out representative from now on. Should we?
Yeah, is there any questions, any queries I want to put to the boys? No? You got anything more to say?
I have another update very quickly that in trying to make sure that everyone who is not at Butler but who is a Butler student gets is fully sort of in the know as to what's happening, we've decided to get all the different email addresses of everyone out and create a mailing list out of that, so that we have a very easy way to communicate with everyone on their year out, so they feel fully included when they come back. So that's just an update of what we've been doing.
Cool. Let's put that to the vote then. All those in favour of making the change, make it a year out representative? Hands up. All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right, well done, boys. Round of applause, maybe? Yeah? Here's Mike Stewart here. No, he's not. Okay. I'll present this then. Basically, Mike wants to create a position of assistant green com rep. Basically, at the moment, he doesn't really feel he has sufficient support in the role. I know this is something the green com themselves have discussed recently. Other committees have assistant positions, so assistant charity coordinators, for example. And so what he wanted to do was create the assistant green committee rep role. And as you can see, the assistant green com rep would assist the green com rep in the undertaking of their role, attend all meetings of green com, and encourage the involvement of all college members in green events. Does anyone have any questions about that? I'll try and field them accordingly. No? All right, let's put to the vote. All those in favour? All those opposed? Abstentions? Strong, that's done. Right, Kieran, where are you, mate? Come on, Devin. Get up there if you want. No, this is dead now.
Yeah, so Unicycle Society had we sort of, at the end of last term, we sort of came together and sort of decided that, well, Toby Rowe wanted to start a Unicycle Society, so we had a taster session. It was really successful, actually. We got about 20, 25 people turn up. So I think if they're that keen for it, then might as well pass it. I think that could be something that could be really successful. So essentially, just saying to you guys, I think this would be a great thing for the JCR. I can play some idiosyncratic or really exciting society in its own right. I think it could be a real success. So I'm just asking if you want to, go for it. Then that'd be really good. Do that individually.
Let's do it individually. Also, you did barbershop thing today.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to put that on. We'll do that later. We'll do it after this. Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah. That's good. Okay. Any questions for Kieran about either of these societies? No. Anyone got anything to say about them? No, this is all going very smoothly. Okay, let's do these separately. So all those in favour of ratifying Unicycle SOC, hands up. All those opposed? Abstentions? All right, Unicycle SOC has been ratified. Now, all those in favour of ratifying A Cappella SOC as its own proper society, hands up. All those opposed? Abstentions? Okay, that's also been ratified. Congratulations. Right, on to the big one now. This is why you've got all the sheets in front of you. Claire, if you'd like to come up. So you all pay the JCR levy when you join, and this is where all that money goes. So this is pretty important. Quite a bit. This one might be. Hold down first.
Right, hi everyone. So you all have a lovely JCR budget sitting in front of you. I'm sure you've heard it cover to cover, end to end. I'm basically just going to run through it very, very quickly. Talk through it. So you all, when you arrive at Butler as a graduate, you pay JCR levy, and we have a high JCR levy. You may think that, what on earth does that pay for? We can see in our income how much income we get from the levies each year. That's actually not even the biggest part of our income. Our biggest part of our income is the activities that we hold. The activities just the nice days, big trips, summer balls, or free freshman week, etc. If we just run through the activities first. None of the big events budgets have gone up from last year, and budgets were put up, a few budgets were put up the year before that, but all coped well with those budgets, and we think that most people, most really organised chairs of a lot of these events, do well with the budget allocation they have. Formal.
This is why we need a tech director.
The formal budgets have stayed the same from last year. They went up the year before from 250 to 300. So it's fine. I'm used to it. So yeah, they went up from 200 to 300 last year, and they stayed at 300. Basically, because last year formal price increased from 10 to 11 pounds, and we think that the social chair last year and Jenny spring formal and part of the last academic year, everybody does really well with a £300 budget to pay for ends, luxury reception and stuff like that. Yes, you get more for your money's worth out of 11 pounds than you did for 10. So in speaking to Jenny, she was keen to do a bar event per term. So that is why there is money set aside for the Halloween stroll, and not all that budget may get used, so that can later be moved around into another budget that may be lacking. And St. Patrick's Day bar event is not happening. We're just having a second term bar event for now. I'm not sure what the theme will be yet. Also, in talking to the live music coordinators, instead of 3 pots of £500 for each Butler Live event that we hold, we just got one big pot of Butler Live money, which they will spend throughout the year on different varying levels of acts for the kind of vibe that they want for each event they hold. And Jazz and Cocktails has a much smaller budget, but it's to do with. We've put the Refresh Suite budget down from last year just because very little of it was used like last year. So, but £300 is a good amount, and you can usually hold it. There'll be like a re-butler stroll and things like that. And that is again probably up to the social chair. Over the day, a lot of these have just stayed the same. The Dilston versus Millfield Sports Day has gone up. Because they used to be 2 separate events, but we just put them as one. And Dilston versus Millfield went up in price because Durham University put a lot of pitch higher prices up. And activities contingency has gone down because odds contingency has gone up. We swapped those 2 numbers around. So activities will be 900 and odds contingency will be 1200, just because to give clubs more flexibility throughout the whole year, gave them a bigger pot of money to apply Right, and then all of the clubs and societies, all of that was decided by Finance Committee. So any club or society that applied in June with a budget application had it discussed at Finance Committee meeting, and that's where these JCR allocation numbers come from. Not everyone applied then, and people are still applying are welcome to apply all year. That money will now come out of the club's contingency fund. But everyone's welcome to do that for a year for any kind of expenditure you have. And then the committee's budgets, we put like further investment into arts because like we now have the arts room and everything like that. So we're recruiting for arts in college. Charities is always like just going to remain the same. The green com JCR allocation is a bit of a weird number, just top us up to 350, and so they have the same starting balance as last year. International funds don't get an allocation because actually ended up making money last year, weirdly enough. So I don't think they really knew how much money they had sitting there, but now Sabrina has that for the whole year to spend. And then projects, so that's obviously volunteering, that has remained the same as well. Yeah, and as I said, cost contingency has gone up to 1,200 for the year, and that could go up depending on other budgets not being used. So then you'll see on the other page, there's a lot of really random different things. So the first one is Siri's salary, because we pay her, she's our employee. We also pay Matt's student wages are on here as well. He's part-time college, so we pay him as well. And officers' expenses is like exec expenses, and that's gone down because as exec we agreed to pay for these beautiful jumpers ourselves. So that money back into events for you so that you don't feel like we're getting jumpers for free. And the admin budget's gone up because the admin budget is a very, very busy budget. Welfare stayed the same, and livers out stayed the same. I agreed both of those with my housemates who are those officers. We just set aside money for bank charges, but we may not be going down the route of HSBC net, which is what's bringing comments. Asset purchase has gone down because we're not buying new floodlights again. As we did last year, but we, as Siri mentioned in her officer report, we will be making a large asset purchase like this year. So another push for ideas on that. And if you can think of something that costs between about £6,000 and £8,000 that could make JCR some money, please let us know. Just any ideas. Limited properties have a budget, just so the properties can feel loved. Steering, which is the people here have a budget, so they can buy things for like raffles at various JCR meetings, etc. And Sky TV, yeah, we pay that every year, and that's half of what Sky TV actually costs because college pay the other half. And we set aside money for BT Sport, but unfortunately we haven't. College hasn't really got the money to pay that other half, so that will roll over. In the future, we won't have BT Sport. Apologies for that, but that's £1,000 sitting there, so that money can be moved into another budget, like clubs or activities contingency, and help make our events better. And yeah, the only other thing listed there is Matt's wages, and all of these other ones don't have a JCR allocation because a lot of these they should break even as accounts, because we pay for things for college and college pay for things for us, and also balance out with each other. So the point of this is, the point of me talking for the past 10 minutes at you while I pretend that you listen to me so I feel better, is we're trying to be as transparent as we can. Just trying to let you know that you can literally ask me any questions you like on all of this. We're more than happy to talk to you about finances with JCR. It's not the most I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but like these things have to be done, and I have to tell you everything that goes on so that you feel like you know what's going on, regardless of whether you hear. At the end of the meeting, we're going to have a box of Kit Kats, and you can come and get a Kit Kat from us if you ask us a question about this budget. So get your questions ready, Chocolate is always good. Does anybody have any questions right now? Okay.
Yeah. All right. In that case, are we briefing it? Yeah. All right. So, any questions whatsoever about any tiny part of the budget? You can use the same question for chocolate.
We can discuss that at finance committee and see how much money is kicking around, because there are other budgets that we think will get used. So we could. The problem with BT Sport is that when we originally called them up, they gave us a really low price, and we were like, oh yeah, let's go BT Sport. We could afford it ourselves. They heard we were a bar, and the price has gone through the absolute roof. It is a ridiculous price to pay.
Regardless of whether or not we actually make a profit, it's the fact that we're a licensed private to make a profit that you are. Another thing to consider with BT Sport is, yes, if we move the asset budget for this year, it does mean we might not have the money to continue it next year, and it wouldn't make sense to have it for this one. If you give something to people, you want them to have it. You don't want to just take it away the next year because we're not having it. It's sustainable.
But I promise we will look into it. I know how much is on BT Sport. I will.
All right, Rupert.
What part of the budget is it tax come out of?
Any other questions? No? Okay, in that case, let's vote to approve the budgets. So, all those in favour of approving the JCR budget for this year? All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right, congrats, guys. We have our money for the year. Yeah, there's the budget. All right, on to the thrilling part of elections. Our first election is going to be the fashion show chairs. So if anyone would like to run for fashion show chairs, please let me know now. Anyone? No? All right, we'll let that roll over for a bit then. Anyone for assistant DSC rep? Anyone at all? Yeah? No? Okay, we'll let that slide as well. Anyone for assistant charities coordinators? We have at least one pair running for this. Would anyone else like to run for it? No, in that case, Hannah and Bree. Do you want to get these a go? Or are you alright without? Big guy after that.
Yeah.
Go without, just properly go for it. You got 3 minutes, a tap on the table after 2. Yeah? So whenever you're ready, just
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm a second year psychologist. And we would really like to be the assistant charge of the water this whole year. Looking a little bit at our experience, we have individual experience just from the things we've done at home, the things we've done in past at our schools. And our main source of experience was this year, we both went on an expedition. So we spent all year fundraising for Butler and we spent 6 weeks working with an orphanage.
In terms of what I think that we bring to charities, the second year we went to a lot of the charity events last year. We really enjoyed them, but obviously our student budget can only go so far. So in terms of donating to charity, we try to involve some of the locals. So we like to propose doing a Hamlin's car wash, so that some locals can get involved in the charity events that what we're doing.
And we also want to maybe incorporate charity committee into some of the other events that go on in Butler. So one idea we had was maybe incorporate the charity committee to the Newcastle Nights Out, maybe serve hot drinks, cheesy chips, that kind of thing. So for cultures, some tricks in there.
And in terms of our relationship with Sam and Carolina, we already get on really well with them. So we think we could work alongside them really well, and we could enjoy doing that as well.
And as well, we think we can work really well together. We lived together last year, this year. and we spent 6 weeks in Cambodia, living in a room with 500 girls and the moms. So I think we can very much go through more things together as well.
So, thank you for listening, and we'd just really like to know your assistant chair. Thank you.
Right. All right, any questions for the pair? That's all. No one got the chat. There we go. There's Sam.
What would you view as most important part of raising money or raising awareness?
And why?
We think probably the most important is the raising awareness. We know they reached the target last year of 7,000, so we know it's important to try and reach that target again. We think the main aim this year is to be raising awareness of the events that are already going on, rather than pushing them to exceed the budget.
Okay. Anyone else? Let's go at least one more question. No? Okay, in that case, Catherine. Where is Catherine? Could you leave them out, please? Right, so all those in favour of electing Bree and Hannah as our assistant charity coordinators, hands up. All those opposed? Any abstentions? In that case, congratulations to our new assistant charity coordinators. Round of applause for guys, please. Would anyone like to run for LGBT rep? Right, got Rosie. So in your own time, do you want the microphone? It's not. Okay.
Hi, I'm Rosie. I'm a second-year anthropologist and sociologist, and I would like to run for LGBT rep this year. I'm also currently on the Anthropology, Equality and Diversity Committee, so I already am an advocate for LGBT awareness in my department. I'm also on Welfare Com, so again, I'm in another position of being able to raise awareness about LGBT issues, particularly during times like Shag Week and relevant. I've also volunteered at Reading Pride, so I have involvement in the LGBT community as well. And my ideas for this year, I'd like to continue the LGBT events because I think they're really good for getting to people in college, but what I'd also like to do is increase inter-college socials. So I'm living with the LGBT rep in Bray this year, so I've already got a contact there. And I'm also on the same course as the Aidens, who's the representative as well, so again, someone who I think is really connected. And the other thing I'd like to do is to increase participation in whole university Dharma activities. So things like the LGBT Vote Party, which is happening, socials, and also overall Durham Pride events, because no one got the rent last year. So things like the Durham Pride events, and also the regular events that we festivals, and maybe organise groups in Butler to go down to those. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
All right, great. Let's move on to questions. Anyone any questions for Rosie? Emmy Dubs?
How would you
I think a lot of it comes from raising LGBT awareness where it's relevant. So obviously things like Shag Week, making sure that the information we get out isn't just necessarily persuading people. Again, Max did a really good thing last year, putting it in the live and things like that. And again, also things like supplies and stuff like that. So anything specific, not that I can think of an example right now, but again, people to completely, I can raise that in my pipeline as well. So.
Any other questions? Speaking of supplies, they're not very aerodynamic. Any other questions at all? Sorry, Lord. Yeah. In that case, Catherine, but lead Rosie out, please. Right, all those in favour of electing Rosie as our new LGBT rep, hands up. All those opposed? Any abstentions? Right, Catherine, could you lead Rosie back in, please, even though you haven't left the room? Right, can I have a round of applause for our new LGBT rep? Right, the next election is Deputy Mound Editor. I've currently got Hannah going for it. Would anyone else like to go for it? Yeah? Yeah, come on down. Just to note, you can have this as a dual position if you'd like. So if you want to run together, that can also happen. It's up to you guys. Bit on the spot. As I've just made things quite awkward. We'll just see what happens now. Do you want to do it together? Do you want to do it separately? Do you want a few minutes to confer? Are you cool? All right. Well, we'll go on to a different one then. Right. In that case, the next election is assistant quizmaster. So I put an extra S in this because it's only one. Apologies. Sorry, girls. It's only one. First mistake of the meeting. It's only one position. So in that case, would one of you like to come up and pass now? No, fun. Right, yeah, go Anna. When you're ready, do you want the microphone? You've talked that a lot. All right, guys.
Hello everyone, I'm Hannah. I'm a first year theologian. I'm now naive and still here, full of energy. I'll just start off with my personal experience with editing stuff. Last year at school, I was an editor for a magazine which raised money for charity, and it essentially involved entertainment, including a little bit of entertainment for teachers in school. And the reason I bring this up is not only there are teachers for it and they edit it, and then sort of like physically edit it and distribute it. But I feel there are similarities between this and the Mound, because although the Mound is casual, entertaining, innovative, and open to new ideas, at the same time, it represents a college, a lunar arena, and I went to the university arena, and I've gained experience balancing on that very fine line between fun and then stuff that people think, really? So I hope that I'll be able to continue to navigate that line throughout. Also, I am I always strive for professionalism and for stuff being in its right place. And if you see me crying with despair in town, it's probably because I've seen a somewhere and I'm really confused as to why. Why? That's it. So I've got experience of editing magazines and including the name I think I'm useful. I like creating all the time, and yeah, ending speeches really well is something that I do, which is a good so.
Right.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I'm a first year English student, and I'd like to stand for surroundings. And the way in which I think I help bring things to this meeting would be to have Mound events every now and again where everyone can come together in the Butler bar or the JCR lounge and just have a chat and see what we want to get out to Mound and what they'd like to see there, and just see what's going on around college. And we could also do things such as questionnaires which could be handed out just around college, or place in a post box, or do Facebook polls. Other things we could do, we could have like lounge, like social events as well as just the general chats. Yeah, I think I could just talk to other people and see what everyone likes. And just, yeah.
Right, great. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure. Right, it's question time. Has anyone got any questions for the girls? Yeah? Lydia?
Very much for the break. I just wanted to ask you, as you probably know, the biggest editorial problem is getting people to write your publication and to use it to diverse content every time of the publication. I just wondered if you guys could give me any ideas that you have to ensure that the content now is always essential and it's always diverse in the publication.
Ready to go first?
Well, we could make sure that we talk to the leaders of different societies and committees to make sure we kind of cover different grounds around the year. And we could hold competitions for different things as well, to kind of get different activities or arts or different things into the public eye a little bit more themselves.
I think the focus on social media would be really important. Being able to expose the mound, as it were, to as many people as possible at Butler, they live in and live out, maybe with ideas of, oh, would you like to write about this or this? And then people who might not initially thought they wanted to write for it might see an idea and think, oh, that seems quite good, I might do that. And then it might sort of go from there. So the more people know about it, the more it's read, the more people want to write for it, and the focus on good application.
Cool, any other questions? No one at all? Right, okay, in that case, Catherine, would you lead the girls out for a moment, please? Right, so we've got two candidates. We've got Hannah and Rebecca. All those? You'd like to raise something before? Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, we look about and it's like we have everyone meeting and each other, but it's really difficult. We want to change it this year where it's more in person rather than online. We feel like maybe like having two would make it easier to get people from those watching.
Okay, so you want to propose a motion to make it a dual role? Yeah? Okay, has anyone got any questions about this? Anything at all? All right, in that case, all those in favour of making Deputy Mountain Editor a dual role, hands up, please. All those opposed? Any abstentions? Right, that's been passed. So, all those, well, in that case, we're going to offer 4 different votes. So, all those in favour of the girls as a dual role getting the position, hands up. All those in favour of just Rebecca? All those in favour of just Hannah? Any wrongs? Any abstentions? All right, in that case, Catherine. Yeah, this is going to be a bit complicated. So, what happened was we just passed a motion to make it a dual role. So, if you guys are happy, you've both got it. Happy with that? Yeah. Okay. Round of applause, please. Right, the next election is Assistant Quizmaster. I've put an extra S in there for extra sass. So I've got 1 candidate so far. I believe it's Hannah. Would anyone else like to run for this? Right, you've got 3 minutes. I'm not on the table after 2.
All right. I'm Hannah. I'm first year education and history student. And in terms of experience, I used to do my local pub quiz every Sunday, against a very competitive team from Imperial College. Got quite aggressive. And I've also run quizzes before. A couple of times I've run quizzes at school. Lower years, both sort of subject-specific ones. We used to have like Geography Week, History Week, done those. And we did a sixth form quiz that I helped write and present. Also, it's pretty sad, but I did one of my birthdays, wrote and had a pub quiz with a roundabout me. So I'm used to doing quizzes, writing quizzes, and what was quite good, I suppose, about my local pub quiz is there's lots of different types of questions. So I've not taken part in quizzes at Butler before, but I guess that's something that I can bring. It's not just your straight question and answer questions. So we had ones, picture rounds, things with diploids where you have to decode the text message. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Has anyone got any questions, Hannah? Rupert, perhaps, as a former quizmaster. Well, we've got a question down here.
Good fact, right, one that I learned recently, which is the only cathedral in the UK to have an oven. Apparently Durham is the only one.
Fascinating. Any other questions? Yeah, go on, Rupert.
I know, well, I'm a history student, so I think, what's Stalin's first job? Apparently he was a weatherman. That's my favourite bit of trivia.
Okay, cool. Any other questions? Well, in that case, Catherine. Okay. Right. All those in favour of electing Hannah as our next assistant quizmaster? All those opposed? Any wrongs? Any abstentions? Right. Catherine. Let's have a round of applause for our new assistant quizmaster, please. Right, this is one that's been going for a while. Does anyone want to run for tech director? Johnny, would you like to do it again? That's a no. Right, in that case, that'll roll over. On to any other business. I believe Emma Maslin has said that if you do want to buy any of the 8 Monopoly boards that are going on auction, I suppose, come and speak to her later. Or, yeah, so £10 starting price, and then depending on how many want them. Siri?
If you have not yet picked up or paid for your matriculation photos, please come to the office at any time throughout the next week or ever to please.
Yep. And then I believe we've got the winners of Dare Nights. So Sam, if you want to come up and present, or Dare Night in general. Yeah. Yeah. Just let me. Should I just scroll through them? Or?
Yeah, you can talk about them.
You can talk about them. It's fine. Right.
So last Saturday we had our first big charity event of the year, which was Dare Night. We managed to raise over £400, which was really good. It was one night's work. And I think you all had a lot of fun doing it. So quite interesting. Yeah, I was singing praises in the praise line on the following stag.
What was that
one? Kiss a Stranger. Draw a cat on the stranger's face. Recreate a classic movie moment. Get a piggyback from a bouncer. I think that's a bouncer. Yeah, the fun there. And get a common drive. So, we had over 100 people here. This was a planking competition. That plank was being held by and high fiving for this one was over there. Makeup, so there's a lot of this. Sitting in a pod. I'll go, and then the best plank. A charity come on Wednesday, we voted this as the best plank. So well done, Sati. The winners of Dare Night managed to complete every single dare. My aim was to do enough dares so that no team could complete every single dare.
So well done to Hannah Murphy, Harry Randall, Charlotte Neely, William Parsons, Daisy Birdsall, and Sophie Connolly. You win. We'll get the prize to you soon. Then there's also a competition of the team who raised the most money. We had one team had in the bucket that had over £60 in it, but didn't have a team number on it. So I have to give the prize to the second best was the team that had £48 and 12 pence in there. That was Rosie Keats, Abby Goldridge, Katie Brown, James Axon, Harry Clayton, Matt Knight, and Jess without surname. Well done. If anyone wants to play £6 bucket, we will also have prize. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right. Has anyone got any other business then? Any announcements for the college? No. In that case, good night, guys. Thanks. Yeah.